Aaron Rodgers is one of the most successful quarterbacks in NFL history. With one Super Bowl win, multiple MVPs, and arguably the best passer to ever play the game, there's no doubt he's making it into the Hall of Fame. But the journey to the NFL for Rodgers wasn't always a sure thing, and at one point, he even almost quit football altogether. Rodgers wasn't the most athletic person. It was undersized, standing at 5'3" his freshman year and 6 feet tall at 180 pounds his senior year. Rodgers' love for football started with the San Francisco 49ers, who played just a few hours away from his home. But unlike any other fan, he didn't just watch them. He studied them. He dove into the sport in all of its aspects. His high school coach, Sterling Jackson, said that he would come in Mondays after seeing something happen over the weekend and would be able to recite every dynamic of the game. He would talk about defenses that the 49ers saw, whether it was a nickel or dime package that he could relate to the high school level, and look at ways to create mismatches. He would apply that to high school competition and coordinate routes that were best suited for our personnel instead of Jerry Rice. Rodgers' first start came in his junior year, and it didn't take long for Rodgers to find his rhythm behind center, earning the trust of Pleasant Valley's coaching staff and later going on to set the school's single-season record for passing yards during his season campaign in 2001. That effort warranted all selection honors, but didn't do much for the quarterback's college outlook. The only consistent contact from college coaching staffs came from lower-tier programs in the Northwest, such as Southern Oregon and Lewis and Clark College, among others. Jackson attempted to help elevate his star status shortly before the 2001 season when they attended a camp at the University of Illinois, and Jackson said that he felt that he was the best quarterback at that campus and just wanted someone to give him a chance, but the coaches all wanted a highly rated quarterback that was already proven and physically prepared. Craig Rigsby, the head coach of a nearby college named Butte Community College, reached out about Rodgers. After a quick phone conversation, Rigsby realized that he had lived in the same neighborhood as Rodgers, and he made the short walk to Rodgers' house shortly after. Rodgers' main concern was whether or not he would be able to leave after a year if a Division I opportunity came along. And even after explaining to Rodgers that he had a starting QB already, Rodgers made him promise that Rigsby would give him a chance. By the time Rodgers enrolled, he was standing at 6'2", 200 pounds, and immediately there was a QB battle. Rigsby recalled the competition being very close, but then there was some separation. Though the other guy had been there for years, Rodgers knew the offense better and was making plays that they weren't used to seeing in practice. Despite an agreement among assistant coaches that the vet QB deserved his spot, Rigsby knew that he couldn't let his playmaking freshman waste his talent on the bench and named Rodgers a starter. The other quarterback quit the team weeks later. Rodgers went 10-1 and claimed the North Cal Conference Championship and climbed to number 2 on the National Junior College rankings. Completed 62% of his pass attempts, over 2,400 yards, 28 touchdowns, and just 4 interceptions. He also set a new single-game record for total yards and touchdowns. He caught the eye of Cal head coach Jeff Tedford. After watching just one practice, he was very impressed, and he called Rodgers hours later and offered him scholarship. Even though this is all Rodgers wanted, he didn't jump to an offer to something that was unknown to him. He did his research to learn more about Berkeley and their situation, and also built his relationship with the coach. As he was getting ready to commit, he thought about the team that he was leaving behind and how they had a real chance to be good next year. Rigsby made it clear that he was not going to let Rodgers pass up this opportunity, and weeks later he committed. Rodgers won the starting job his first year with the Golden Bears and played 25 games at Cal, throwing for over 5,400 yards, 43 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions during 2 seasons in Berkeley before declaring for the NFL draft as a junior. The Green Bay Packers selected Rodgers 24th overall in the 2005 NFL Draft, and since replacing Brett Favre, he became one of the best quarterbacks in the league.